Like I used to ear hustle. I used to listen like to my aunties and my mom and them when they be kicking it, playing mahjong or just sitting around drinking Vietnamese iced coffee or whatever, and they be gossiping and talking, right? And what I picked up from them was that old girl I lived behind us, my back neighbor. They said that she basically walked underneath a haunted tree, and this tree was haunted, and there was a spirit in the tree, like a demon that possessed this tree, that lived in this tree, and she walked underneath the tree at night, and her spirit or something was weak at that time, so it was open and it was vulnerable, and so this demon that was in the tree, this haunted tree, it jumped down from the tree and entered her body and took over. It possessed her. That's why 1 minute she was cool, 1 minute she walked under the tree, got possessed and went home a completely different person, right? So that's what I picked up from ear hustling, my auntie, my mom and them talking, right? So trip out on this. So I was a kid, so this shit was scaring me. I'm like, damn, this woman possessed. I'm seeing this shit in real life, right? And I seen her completely change, right? And she would walk around apartments and she'd just be talking to herself, tripping, like talking in tongues. One eye going that way, one eye going this way, like tripping, walking with a limp, flailing one arm, like she was being electrocuted. I was like, damn, like she really possessed by something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some strong spirit in her, right? So I used to be a kid, I used to be like watching her. I'd be in my room watching her. When I was outside, I would be in the cut watching her. She'd just be walking around our apartment, just patrolling the apartment all day, all night, tripping, right? So I remember one night I was in my room. And remember my room faced her front door, right? And my blinds were closed and she was outside right across from my window on the railing of her front door, talking to herself, tripping in the middle of the night. That shit woke me up, right? So I woke up and I heard like some crazy ass talking, mumbling outside my window. So I looked, and you know the blinds where the strings are, there's like little holes right there that you like squint, you can look through those holes, you feel me? So my blinds were closed, but I went and I squinted and looked through the little holes and I seen it was her. And she was just standing there on the railing, just going at it, just talking to herself in her own, just her in the night, in the moon, just talking, right? And not making no sense though, like talking in tongues. And so I wasn't really scared because I was like, she don't see me. She don't know that I'm watching her, so I'm good. So I'm just like sitting there, like really observing, like really getting it in, like getting a bar of all this shit, like real life in 3D. Like damn, like this is what it is. Like this is what it looks like when someone's possessed, right? So I'm just like sitting there, like peeking at her, just watching her, right? And she just on the railing, like talking all crazy. And all of a sudden, I'm like sitting there looking, like, and all of a sudden she just looks straight at me. And she stopped talking, just looks straight at me, like she's looking at me. That shit scared the shit out of me. I just dropped down. I was peeking through the little hole in the blind. I just dropped out and I just froze. I was so scared. I felt like she was gonna come through the wall and get me. Okay, and then the last kind of crazy thing that she did that really tripped me the fuck out was so one thing that I love about my hood, my community, and being like a child of first generation refugees, and growing up in that era when a lot of Southeast Asians were leaving the homeland, the motherland, and immigrating to America due to war and all that shit, communism and whatever. Here in America, the elders and my parents and all them, they try their best to keep like the traditions alive. You know what I'm saying? Try their best to keep our way of life back in the motherland alive here in America. You feel me? So we lived in this apartment complex that housed 9 Vietnamese family and 1 Hmong family. And every night on the porch stoops in the front of the apartments, the OGs, the elders, the grandmas, the aunties, they will all come and post up on the porch stoops and hang out and eat like pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds and watermelon seeds, and someone would chew on beetle nut, and they would just gossip and talk about life back at home. And the kids be right there, we be hanging out listening to, or my sisters and her and my cousins and some of the girls, the other Vietnamese girls that lived in the apartments, they be playing Chinese jump rope. And me and the boys, we were shooting our slingshots or fucking catching beetles and tying strings to the legs of these beetles and flying them on the end of strings, like doing shit little boys do, right? Playing marbles and shit. But it kind of felt like we was in the courtyard of our village back in Vietnam type shit. You feel what I'm saying? And like any patch of extra dirt that they had around the apartment, the OG grandmas, they be growing like herb gardens. It'd be like basil and mint leaves and chili trees and all kinds of shit. You feel me? And so it felt a lot like they were trying to keep the country alive as best as they could. They be rocking rice hats the whole nine. You feel me? But old girl, my back neighbor, the one that was possessed or whatever. So imagine that. Like we all in these apartments, in front of the apartments, chilling like this. OGs on the porch stoop, sisters and them playing Chinese jump rope. Me and my little buddies running around shooting slingshots and running with beetles and yada yada yada. and everyone's just chilling. It's a chill environment. You feel me? Ain't nothing but love. The OG uncles over there playing Chinese checkers and Chinese chess and shit. And oh, girl just walks up in the middle of all of us, like while everyone, all this is going on, while we're all functioning. She just walked up in the middle of all of us, just took off her shirt, ripped that shit off. She was like bare chested in the middle of everybody, and she just pulled her pants all the way down to her ankles, squatted right there in front of everybody, and dropped a big ass log, like one big ass log. Bloop, got up and pulled up her pants and walked away. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?